Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to this week's episode of What's New at Tackle Warehouse. Hope everyone's getting out there this season, having a good year so far. I got some new baits for you today. The first one here is from Jackall. This is the new Jackall Chubble Crankbait. This is a super cool crankbait. It's kind of a hybrid between multiple styles of baits in one. What I like about it is it has this long 3-inch body, more of a minnow-shaped, shad-shaped body than your traditional crankbait. What's cool about this, it's got a magnetic weight transfer system in it. So I mean, on the back of the cast, it goes down to the tail and you can get tremendous casting distance out of it, then slides back forward and keeps the bait perfectly balanced. It's got a circuit board square lip on it, but you can run this just like a square bill or your traditional crankbait, but because of the shape of it and the way it's balanced, you can also twitch it and rip it, and you can get kind of an erratic action similar to a jerkbait. So you get multiple styles of actions in one. And then plus they got the great finishes on there that Jackall's known for. Then they come with sticky, sharp, nano-coated finish hooks on there. So any fish that comes up and swipes at this thing, no problem, it's gonna get hooked. Just a cool little bait, kind of a hybrid, kind of give you multiple different options in one bait there. Check that one out from Jackall. All right, next one up from Sunline. We got their new Night FC fishing line. So this is a fluorocarbon line, but it's infused with a blue coloring in it that glows under black lights. Pretty jealous of this. All you guys that get to do night fishing, our lakes out here, unfortunately, not very night fishing friendly. But you know, that time of the year is just around the corner. Night fish season, night fishing tournaments. This is definitely going to be one you want to add to your arsenal if that's something you guys are doing. Definitely make it easier to detect strikes and just see what's going on. So when your line's not right up to the boat and you think you have a fish on, you know what's going on when you can see your line a little easier. So check that one out from Sunline. All right, we got a couple little terminal pieces here. This first one is from Jewel Baits. This is the new Pro Shakey Head. What I like about these Jewel Pro Shakey Heads is the rounded head shape to it and the flat rear end. So then you get a really good connection, a really seamless transition between your worm and the head. Plus this rounded head goes over just about any type of cover very easily. And they have this new keeper on here. As you can see, it's not just a straight barbed keeper. It kind of has an oval cut cylindrical shape to it. So it provides a lot of surface area to hold your worm in place really well. Light wire, sticky, sharp hook on there. Just a cool little shaky head by Jewel Baits. All right, next up from Outkast, we got the new Perfect Net Head. What they've done with their net head is just a little bit different than all the other net heads on the market. First, they use a rounded sides versus the completely flat sides. So it comes over cover a little bit easier, and then they've kept a lot of the weight up past the eyelet. So there's not too much weight down the shank of the hook, so you have a much higher chance of the bait landing on the bottom and going nose down and keeping your bait tail up. So some of the net heads aren't as good at keeping your bait tail up in that perfect little Ned position in the presentation style that you want. This one does a phenomenal job of it. Razor sharp Gamakatsu hook, and then it has actually a longer wire keeper on there. So grips into plastic really well. Just a cool little Ned head from Outkast Tackle. All right, next up from Molix. This one I'm super pumped about because I love throwing lizards. This is the new Molix Lizard. It's nice, compact, 6-inch lizard, real finessey, you know, kind of profile to it. What's cool about this lizard, it has these flanged arms on, you know, all 4 arms are flanged and this big tail. So you get great action out of every, you know, appendage on this lizard. Some lizards, you know, don't really have a good fluttering action on the side legs. This one does a great job of that. Has a rib belly on there, so catches a little water, gives you a little bubble trail. And then they have a textured plastic on the back here. So it's not just a completely slick, smooth, standard plastic lizard. It actually has like a rough skin feel, like an actual lizard. Also infused with salt and scent. So you know, fish are gonna bite onto this, hold on a lot longer, give you a lot more time to set the hook. Just a cool little lizard design there by Molix. All right, next up from TackleWebs. So we have the new TackleWebs Bungee series. So if you guys have never seen these are awesome little storage systems that you can attach pretty much anywhere on your boat. You know, inside the compartment, on the outside. What's cool about these come with, I believe, 6 or 8 bungees included in the pack. And there's multiple different size web systems. So you can affix these things just about anywhere. You don't have to have an actual mounting point to use a bungee cord. So just great to keep extra gear on hand, you know, tools, you know, lures that you're using for the day, just stuff you want to keep out. And then they're mesh, so they don't keep anything wet. They stay dry. Air flows in and out, so they're not going to really catch wind while you're going 70 miles an hour down the lake and, you know, throw stuff all over your boat. Just a cool thing to increase storage on your boat. All right, next up from Dr. C's Fishing. So we got a bunch of different products from Dr. C's. The first couple here are the line spool doctors. So what these little bands are bands that you can put onto your spools of line, and they have the little grommet on the end there, so you run your line right through there, and you can actually tighten these, so you don't need to have multiple sizes. So they keep tension on your spool line, so when you're spooling line, you know, it's not unraveling, and you're not having a mess of line when you're trying to spool by yourself. So it makes spooling line much easier. And then they also got their spool station. This is the Pro Spool Station, so it comes with the brackets, it comes with 3 arms, it comes with, I believe, 10 of the line doctors and a line cutter as well. So what this does is these brackets right here actually hang onto your door. So they have 2 different sizes for interior doors and exterior doors. And then what you got here is you can load these rods up with different spools of line, put the tensioners on there. It just makes spooling by yourself a million times easier than trying to, you know, find somewhere to keep tension on a spool and put it somewhere, and you don't have to have your buddy standing there with a pencil through the middle and holding your spool line when you're trying to get ready for a tournament and you got 15 rods to spool up. So just a great little device to have for at home. You know, spooling up line, we all know it can be a hassle when you got a lot of stuff to do and you don't have someone to help you. This eliminates having to, you know, need a second person, and then, you know, just keeping your spools of line much more organized as well. Check that out by Dr. C's Fishing. All right, last up, we got a couple new rods from Abby Garcia. So we got the limited edition Wind Grip, Veritas, and Vendetta series. Tremendous rods by themselves. Both of them at a great price point. The Veritas comes in, I believe, 99 bucks. Vendetta comes in at 79 bucks, but now there's a limited edition Wind Grip. If you guys never used a Wind Grip, I highly recommend them. I use them on some of my rods personally with the over wraps. They work great. Super tacky finish. Also, when it's raining outside and it's cold and slippery, these grip onto your hands and you get so much better grip than just normal foam or cork. So if you guys are big fans of Abby Garcia, check these out because these are limited edition and you want to get these Wind Grip rods while you can. All right, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of What's New at Tackle Warehouse. For more information or to purchase products seen here today, make sure to click shop or link in the description below. If you enjoyed this week's video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, let us know in the comments which one of these products you're most pumped about.